When you think about the Linde gang, you probably picture Dutch's speeches, Arthur's struggle, or Micah's chaos. But one of the most overlooked figures in Red Dead Redemption 2 is Simon Pearson, the gang's cook, quartermaster, and a man whose role quietly tells a deeper story about what life was really like in Dutch's camp. Pearson isn't a gunslinger or a leader. He's the heartbeat of the group's daily survival, the one who keeps everyone fed, clothed, and grounded, even as everything around them starts to crumble. Pearson's presence in the gang might seem small at first, but it reveals the contrast between the gang's outlaw image and the fragile, human side of it. Before joining Dutch, Pearson served in the U.S. Navy, a detail most players overlook. He's a man who's seen order, discipline, and structure, which makes his decision to live among outlaws fascinating. Maybe he was drawn to Dutch's promise of freedom, a life away from the rigid hierarchy of the military. Or maybe he was running from something, like most of them were. But in the camp, Pearson finds purpose again, even if it's just through stew and supplies. What makes Pearson so interesting is how he keeps the camp functioning in ways that go beyond cooking. He's constantly trying to hold things together, keeping up morale when food runs low or tensions rise. In his own way, he's just as loyal to Dutch as Arthur is, but it's a quieter, simpler kind of loyalty. Pearson doesn't believe in grand speeches or revolutions. He believes in doing his part. He's the guy who sharpens knives, patches clothes, and makes sure everyone has enough to eat, even when the money's gone and the faith is fading. Throughout the story, Pearson is also a reflection of how normal people get caught up in ideals they don't fully understand. He's not blind to the gang's faults. He sees the cracks forming, but he clings to the sense of belonging Dutch gave them. There's something tragic about that, because you can tell Pearson isn't built for this life. He's constantly talking about his time at sea, his love of routine, and his tendency to avoid confrontation. He's not a fighter. He's a survivor in the most human sense. When the gang starts to fall apart, Pearson's reactions say a lot about the group's inner decay. As Dutch grows more paranoid, and as Arthur begins to question everything, Pearson just tries to keep the stew pot full. But you can feel his fear. He's surrounded by people who are losing themselves. Dutch's control, Micah's greed, Arthur's sickness, and Pearson's just trying to pretend it's all still normal. In those quiet camp moments, when he tells Arthur stories about the Navy or complains about getting no respect, you can feel the loneliness. He's trying to hold on to a sense of community that's already gone. After the gang collapses, we find out Pearson leaves that life behind and opens a general store in Rhodes. It's a small, almost forgettable detail, but it's poetic.
Pretty good. Got some land in Great Plains. Trying to get a small ranch going.
Really? Wow, good for you. Staying out of trouble then?